What's up, guys? That really gross guy here. We are back with another video, and we're going to be looking at something going on Orb Vallis, which is the differences in fishing on Orb Vallis compared to Cetus, which is the only open world we have thus far. If you're watching this way on in the future and there are more open worlds, this is basically just a tutorial on how to fish on Orb Vallis, or the Venus open world. So there is a major difference here on Venus, and that is the values of the fish. No longer is how large the fish is or how small the fish is. You can see here 3 different examples of fish, and you will be able to see the one in the middle has some different accessories. It's got different parts attached to it, which makes this one specifically unique. You can see these little spiky deals on its little tail. There are also going to be some extra attachments on its body, and then actually up on its head it also has a piece that sets it apart from the others. So first we're going to spear the fish. It's kind of a timing type deal when you hit a fish, which was not a thing on Cetus. But you can see here on the body some extra parts. You can see on the tail the extra spiky little parts, and then over on its helmet you can also see the difference there. Here is another thing that is different on Orb Vallis as well, is these are like stunning fishing spears. So after you hit a fish, if there are any nearby fish, they have to be fairly close for the early level spear, and it is a little bit stronger when you get the more advanced spear, but it'll actually stun nearby fish, which is actually great for some quick follow-up fishes. But you can see here as we go through and we catch different fish, the adorned fish are basically the medium fish. They will have some parts on them that set them to make their point value a little bit higher. You can see here that this fish is worth 3.8 points. And then the basic fish that we have also caught are not worth any points, or worth very, very few points, like 0.1 to like 1.0. And you can see that for the most part, those fish don't have anything special on them. Once again, similar to the way these fish are on Cetus, is there will be different fish in different locations. You can see here me struggling to get this tank fish in the rivers. It's a very agile fish. It does like to dodge you pretty easily, and sometimes it might take multiple throws in order to get these fish. Like I said, this is in the river, so we are seeing different fish here. You can see quite a few different ones. There's a recaster that we caught. We're also chipping and throwing our spears over at the eyes, which are another type of fish. And I call them fish. They're technically robots, but you know what I mean. So we're going through here and catching different fish. I'm going to show you a few examples of fish that are adorned or magnificent, like this one. I don't really see too many differences on some of these fish, but I will point out a few, such as this tink here is a magnificent tink. And it does have extra head pieces, like up on the head. You got these different attachments and on the sides and all that stuff. So you can see that's how the point values are set up. The scrubber is 0 points, has like 0 attachments on it. But if you come over here and pick up this scrubber over here, you're going to see a difference from the adorned one. It has a little bit of extra things on the tail and on the side of it, which is kind of hard to see based on the way the Nova is holding it at the moment, but it's worth 0.7 points. So that is basically a medium fish, and then we're going to be able to come over here, spear another scrubber, and this one has significantly more parts. This is a magnificent scrubber with parts on the tail, parts on the head, and worth 7.0 points. So if you're curious as to how fishing has changed, basically, it's not going to be small, medium, and large anymore. It's basically you're going to have to pay attention to the type of fish that you're hunting, and then actually see the differences of the fish itself. You can see me here catch multiple fish with multiple parts, multiple different things. This one's got a tail piece and some side pieces and all that stuff. So I'm actually okay with that. It's a little bit harder to tell when you're fishing which fish you should be trying to get. Some of them are obvious, like this one. Some of them are not as obvious, but if you're trying to catch only large fish, you might have a harder time. However, I do like the fact that small fish are not going to be as difficult to catch anymore because of their size. They're pretty much going to be just as easy to catch. Another thing that I do want to point out when it comes to this type of fishing compared to CS fishing is if you throw your spear at a fish and you actually miss your that little red location when you hit that fish, you do have additional chances to catch that fish. That may not be the case when you're trying to fish for advanced species, when you get better spears or better lures to lure out, you know, much more rare fish. However, if you do miss that red zone, especially on the common fish, you have 2 or 3 additional chances to hit that that red zone before your spear actually comes loose and you have to throw your spear again. However, so far, at least with these common fish, I find it very simple. Just chuck your spear, hit that red zone, and it's a catch. If you're lucky and you kind of, you know, throw your spear at the right time, you could also stun nearby fish to make your follow-up shots a little bit easier. But that's basically fishing on Orb Vallis. I hope you guys did learn something. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you guys have luck getting out there on the open world Venus tile set and, you know, getting some awesome fish. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I hope to see you guys again in the next video. Blow!